Hey guys, Tech for Gaming here, welcome to a new review. As you might know, as a video editor I need a flexible monitor for productivity, but I spend also the 50% of my working time on Instagram and writing emails with my phone. And I was looking also for a monitor that doesn't cost a fortune when I found this. This is the Yashi Pioneer YZ2710, a not so standard monitor that comes with a pretty cool feature. In fact, you can use it as a standalone unity with your USB Type-C version 3.1 phone, pick also mouse and keyboard, and you'll have a full desktop PC experience even without a PC. Pretty unusual, right? The monitor is very classy on the outside, with a thin bezel design and a nice aluminum stand that has a satisfying brush finish. The look is very professional and is perfect for a studio or a working environment. The back is very similar to the 2709 that we reviewed in the last video, and if you're a gamer you need to check it out. The middle section that contains the electronics and the speakers comes out of the surface to reduce the hole thickness, and it makes the monitor also very easy to handle. The package contains the monitor, the metal stand, an HDMI cable, the power supply, the USB 3.0 cable, and of course the owner's manual. The assembly requires only one screw, just align the arm with the bottom part, tighten up the screw and you're done. As the outside, the specs on the inside are very promising. The monitor has a 1920 by 1080p IPS display, a 60Hz refresh rate, 1 millisecond of response time, 350 units of brightness, and unique Smart Type-C Plus technology. Speaking of connectivity, on the back there are HDMI, USB Type-C, USB ports for mouse and keyboard, an audio input and a DC jack. On the back, no cable management solutions at all, but it's nice to see the VESA mounting holes for multiple mounting options. If you're using the Type-C functionality so often, by the way, and you're removing the cables every time, it's not recommended to wall mount it for practical reasons. Instead, a flexible arm is highly recommended, especially because we can only set the display angle and not the display height. On the back there are also the speakers that are not sounding particularly good, and most of the time they distort the sound a little. But if you use them only in small video section for reference, well, that's not a great problem. Now, I've already reviewed a curved monitor by Yashi, but I think that this one looks as good as the first. The colors are very rich and the shades are very pronounced. I had this monitor for a while now, and it's also very good if you want to watch a movie in your coffee break or play a game. Not a competitive one, by the way. The anti-glare coating is very useful in highlight environments, and the view angle of 178 degrees is also a strong feature. Now, the Smart Type-C Plus technology is in my opinion the best function in this monitor. All you have to do is connecting a USB mouse and keyboard, connect the USB Type-C cable, connect your monitor, and then you will be amazed by a full desktop experience of all you used to do with your phone. When you start the whole thing the first time, there will be a manufacturer logo screen, and then the included interface will be ready. With this special technology, you can use your smart device as the main device to do your everyday work. I actually have to admit that working with my phone has never been so easy. The custom interface feels like a desktop PC, but you have the flexibility to take your phone away with you and continue what you're left as it was, and you can use pretty much every app in the Play Store. There's also a very interesting functionality which you can use the connected phone also as a touchpad. Very nice. I advise this monitor especially for work and productivity. For example, I love the flat 27-inch IPS display on Premiere Pro. The timeline is straight and there's a lot of space to work with. This doesn't keep you from gaming with it. I've tested it with some single players like BioShock 2, and I have to say that I had a very enjoyable experience. But if competitive gaming is in your plans, well, this monitor is not for you. Color-wise, this monitor is very nice, and you can also use the presets on the OSD. There are a few nice profiles like the DCR mode that adds a little bit of dynamic contrast to the image, a FPS mode, a reading mode, a RTS mode, but we can make also our personal presets, and there's also a low blue light function. Now onto the downsides. The USD is pretty old style, but once you set it, you'll forget it, also because you can change the presets with only one button. Now, this monitor with all these features comes for €250, and considering the Smart Type-C Plus technology and the fact that you can potentially use it even with a TPC, well, I think it's a good price. There are just two small downsides, the old style OSD software and the bad speakers. I would have paid 15 or €20 more for a set of good ones. By the way, if you can get through these small issues, this Yashi monitor is a very good choice for those who, like me, are working with PCs and smartphone at the same time. Well guys, if you like this video, subscribe for more. You'll be watching Tech for Gaming. See you in the next video.